I made $2,200 in 4 hours. I have the time with my kids still.
So how can a broken leg lead to making thousands of dollars per day? Well, that's a hilarious story that, it's not, I'm sure it wasn't funny at the time, but I'm sure you're glad it happened, the way it's worked out. So can you tell us a little bit about how you got started in permanent jewelry, and a little bit about your background?
Yeah, for sure. In February of this year, I broke my leg going for a walk around the block and was supposed to be on my couch for 3 months basically after that. Like, had to be on there.
Mhm.
3-month-old, 2-year-old, 5-year-old, and on my couch. So I had a lot of time to be on the internet, Instagram, TikTok, and I kept seeing this stuff about permanent jewelry. And I said to my mom, I was like, have you heard about this permanent jewelry? Like, I think I kind of want to do it. And she's like, well, yeah, go for it. Which I wasn't expecting that answer from my mom. And since then, I had the confirmation, like, from her to do it. I felt okay, like, going all in.
Mhm.
And we researched places and we found linked online. And I felt most comfortable with you guys. Like, I don't know, if it was a website or if it was like, well, I was texting with people. There's a lot of great, like, customer service there for sure. And yeah, so I felt comfortable and I went with Link. And since then, like, in 1 month, I did $5,500.
That's awesome.
So it's great.
So what were you doing before you, what was your other job before this?
Well, at that time, I was on maternity leave in Canada. But before that, I was a treatment coordinator at a dental office. And yeah, I don't know, like, if I'll go back to that.
Yeah.
We'll see. I
Good
don't
to
know,
have
like, I
options.
don't go back till November. And this month, I've done $5,500. So I actually don't know, like, what will happen.
Yeah, and the month's not even over yet.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, that's awesome. You're making good money, and I'm sure with like being a mom of three, you're very busy already with that. And so, does permanent jewelry kind of give you like that flexibility to still make great money, but not working all the time?
Well, yeah, like, I made $2,200 in 4 hours.
That's
So
awesome.
I have the time with my kids still. It's just like, it's really, really great. Like, love it. And I feel like I'm just getting started.
It's crazy how things work out because like I can definitely relate to your story about the broken leg
Mhm.
where you had more time on your phone and then you decided to
Mhm.
start the business because
Mhm.
I had to have foot surgery back in 2017 and that's when I
Yeah.
started my marketing agency because I had time
Thank you.
off and
Yeah.
from my main job. And so
Yeah.
it's pretty awesome how like whether you believe in the universe or God or whatever, how
Right.
things tend to work out,
Totally.
even when you think it's bad in the moment.
For sure. Like, something bad brought me to something really, really great. And I'm
Yeah,
very, very thankful for that. Like,
that's awesome.
even if I go back to work, I always have this where it's like on the weekend or in the evening, it's like an extra 500, 1,000, 2,000,
Yeah.
$5,000 could be there for my family. Like, yeah, it's awesome.
So, was this your first business you've ever done?
Yes, my first for sure.
So,
Mhm.
what was that like? Starting the first business ever. Was it scary? Like, what obstacles did you have to go?
It was, it's been easy, honestly, like,
Good.
with Canva, like, and just like Squarespace, like, I feel like there's so many tools out there
Mhm.
that, like, can make it very, very simple for people.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, like, I didn't know before, and I was just like, well, I've seen people do this before, I'll look it up. Like, and
yeah,
just did it, really.
love it. Yeah, because a lot of
Mhm.
people get stuck on that,
Mhm.
concept where it sounds like you definitely didn't, and you just kind of went with it. But a lot
Mhm.
of people are like, well, if when I start a business, I got to do an LLC and do all this stuff, and they just overcomplicate it in their mind, and it causes them to
Right.
never take action.
Yeah, no, and I did, like, the Instagram page, Facebook page, and they're pretty simple. Like, I mean, like, keeping up with 3 kids, I'm probably not posting as much as I should, but I also, if I post more, I'll probably get more busy,
Hmm.
and I can only do so much right now with 3 kids. But yeah, like, it's kind of good that I'm saying I can only do so much
Yeah.
because there's so much opportunity out there.
Yeah, there really is. So,
Mhm.
at your typical event, so you said you made what, 2,200 last weekend?
Yeah, 22. I just did a party at a lake nearby my house.
Okay. And
Yeah.
so what kind of party was it?
Just like a house party. A girlfriend put it on and had like all her lake friends come over. That's it. It was very simple, very laid back. Husbands came in, they're questioning it and loving it, kind of, I think. Like I
Yeah.
probably could have got them getting some by the end of it, I bet.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll be back. Um,
Yeah, for sure.
so at your events, like you mentioned earlier that your husband helps you.
Yes.
How's that? Because I work with my wife a lot. So how's that dynamic been between you guys? Like, not only managing three kids, but a business now.
Well, he really likes to get in there like with welding it, but he hasn't. I don't allow him to right now, but he loves it. Like he loves practicing on jump rings and stuff like that. I feel like we're gonna need two machines.
Yeah.
Like he would love for us to just keep this going and make it a full on thing. Like very interesting. He's an electrician, so I don't know if it's like that kind of thing he's into or what. Like he thinks it's actually cool that I'm
Yeah.
doing this. Like he's yeah, I'm surprised by it.
Well, I don't know if you saw the live video we did in the group. I think it was last month with Angela and her husband. They're
Yeah.
out of Pittsburgh, but they
Yeah.
have two machines, and like when they do events, they both do the jewelry at the same time, and they had like three different events where they made like $8,000,
I
and so
saw that. That's
yeah,
amazing. So
but
that's why like I think Kenton was like, I'm okay coming, like it isn't weird. I'm doing jewelry. But they were like the people here are a little bit like a bit more, I don't know, skeptical, I guess.
right.
But they warmly welcomed him in, but questioned him why he was there.
What's something that surprised you? Like, did you have any preconceptions, or what was your expectation versus reality?
Yeah, I guess I came in with no expectations, but with a lot of hope.
Yeah.
I have been overwhelmed with how much success and how busy I've been.
Mm.
And like it just keeps coming and coming and coming. Like it doesn't stop. So yeah, it's been really good. But yeah, just hope and no expectation.
Love that. I mean,
Hmm.
honestly, that's the best way to do a lot of things, because I think sometimes if we put too many expectations on ourselves, we can be too
Hmm.
hard on ourselves. Like I've seen that happen with some students in the group where they're like, well,
Yeah.
I'm not as successful as these other people, or I'm not as
Right.
successful as I thought I was going to be the first 2 weeks. And then they just like give up, and you can't do
Right.
that.
Right. And I think like there is another girl in the city that does it. And she has gone to lots of the places that I probably would have gone to, but that's okay. There's so many people. Like there's so many other people that would opportunity. There's so many opportunities. You don't need to go to the same places. And you don't have to compete. It
Yep,
is what it is. Like you can't do everybody, right?
exactly.
You have to just be where you are and do the people that want it where you are.
Yeah, and I love that because that comes from an abundance mindset. Like there's plenty of customers to go around. I think too
Yeah.
many people live out of fear and scarcity, and that's
Hmm.
what, makes them freak out about a competitor or freak out about not having enough bookings in the moment.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
where have you found your bookings and events so far?
Instagram mostly. Friends, referrals from friends. And really, I start with my friend group and now I've expanded from that. Like I haven't even really touched businesses yet. I do have a market in August. I know it's far away, but like at a lake nearby. And it's like it will be busy, I know for sure. And that's like 45 minutes away, but it'll get a whole new group of people.
Yeah, that's awesome. So for those who are watching or listening, maybe they're
Mhm.
skeptical about investing in the training. And so what would you say is like, the one key aspect, if you had to pick one, that you just love about, being part of Linked?
Oh, just the community. I
Mhm.
like how I can go on Facebook and search like, okay, taxes and on the top and see what people have said about it
Yeah.
and what they do. Search jump rings and then see what people have done. Like it's so good. Love it. Like
Yeah.
there's help all the time, no matter what.
Yeah. And that's honestly probably the most common answer. And I love that
Mhm.
because that's,
Yeah.
it's one thing to create a good training or to have good training videos or whatever, but
Hmm.
like
Hmm.
having a strong community like we've built is just, and I'm not even taking credit for it. It's just, we're
Yeah.
blessed to have it. And I'm thankful for it.
Totally. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I love our community.
So yeah, a broken leg took me to basically not making much money each month. And now I honestly have to worry about making too much money so that I don't get taxed by the government.
Well,
Really?
yeah, that's money problems right there. But
Yeah.
that's when you got to start learning about tax write-offs and deductions and stuff like that.
Right. That's true. Hey.
That's a whole nother ball game. But I might actually do a class on that in our group soon
Yeah.
because to me that's some of the things I wish I'd really known when I first started is what to write off,
Right.
what to keep track of,
Right.
how to separate my business and personal finances and stuff like that.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
for those watching or listening, if you would love to hear a class or a video on that, comment below and let me know. Alrighty. So anything else that you think people should know, about starting their own permanent jewelry business?
Have more chains than you think you need because you'll be busier than you think.
Hmm.
Really, it's better to go in with more. And because I ran out of a couple, but I wish I had more. I had other ones to choose from, but yeah, it was yeah, it's a good problem to have, really.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So what are your most popular, styles of chain? Is it sterling silver, gold filled, or gold?
I'd say gold filled for sure. Yeah, gold filled.
Okay. Awesome.
Hmm.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. So, I mean, are you selling much gold at all?
I sold, yeah, a couple, but not much. No,
Yeah. And that's
no.
kind of the consensus I've heard from other students is like
Mhm.
just people want the gold filled or the silver.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's just too much for people. I think they don't know permanent jewelry enough to be like, I'm going to invest in it.
And the price points for gold filled are amazing for not only you but the customer as well.
For sure. For sure. Yeah.
What are your average prices for a gold filled bracelet?
A gold filled bracelet. I charge from 21 to $25 an inch.
Okay.
Hmm.
So you charge by the inch, and that's always the most common post we get on our group is like, how do I charge? Like, is it by the
Hmm.
inch? Should I do set prices? So it's cool to hear like how everybody
Right.
does it.
Yeah, and they seem expensive, but like you kind of have to do what you paid to what you get, and it's good. It's good quality.
Yep.
Like I always say, there's a really big jewelry company that came out of Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada here, and theirs aren't gold filled. Theirs are gold plated,
Mm.
and they are worldwide.
Yep.
So it's just like this is good quality.
Exactly. And what
Mhm.
machine are you using?
I'm using the branded.
Is that the Orion or the?
No, the other one.
Okay,
Hmm.
awesome. The
Working good.
perfect. Yeah. So the
Mhm.
deluxe machine. Have you had
Mhm.
any issues with that, or is it? You said it's working good.
No. Yeah, it's working just fine. I did make my pliers so they're grounded, which has been huge. Just not
Yeah.
clipping the alligator clip, but that's fine.
Yeah. I've seen a lot about that on the group.
Yeah, my husband did it actually. When he's doing things, but he's an electrician, so he knows. Like, I don't know if I would have
Right.
done it on my own
Yeah.
confidently, but maybe watch YouTube about it. Who knows?
Awesome. Well, I
Mhm.
appreciate you coming on here and sharing your advice. It's like I
Yes.
said, that's a pretty cool story. If I know it probably hurt in the moment, but
Yeah.
going from broke leg to starting you're probably making more money than you ever
Oh
thought you
yeah.
would.
For
It's
sure.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's definitely surprised my family. We're excited about it, and like we just feel like it's just getting started. Like it's kind of been a slow start. I can
Mhm.
walk now. I don't have a cast, so we're just ready to get going.
So were you doing this when you had a cast on?
I was doing bracelets like on friends and stuff,
Yeah.
but I couldn't really get
Right.
very far. Yeah, but
Well,
yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
I'm excited for you because I know now that you're kind of healed up and you can actually go
Yeah.
to more events and stuff. I'm sure you're going to keep
Yeah.
making more and more money.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just can't wait.
Awesome. And if they want to follow you on Instagram, what's your profile?
We're Gold Bar YQR.
Alrighty. We'll put that in the
Mhm.
description below. That way people can check you
Awesome.
out.
Thank you.
Awesome. So, and I guess that my last point, which I forgot to bring up earlier, is you're in Canada. So we get a lot of
Mhm.
students or potential students asking, like, do you guys, or do we, train Canadians or ship to
Mhm.
Canada? And we definitely do.
Right, for sure. Yeah, you guys are great. Like, and any questions I have or concerns or anything, they're answered all the time so quickly. Like, I feel very confident in my investment with you guys.
Awesome. Well, I'm really glad to hear that. Thank you so
Hmm.
much.
Hmm.
And I appreciate your time today.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jake.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, bye.